Welcome back to the Corridor channel, and in today's episode, I'm going to be showing you 3 simple steps to deliver great customer success for your software. Now let's get into it. Customer success is a critical part of any business, especially when it comes to software. So when you're designing your software, you have to really tailor it around what will happen after your users are onboarded. Before you can understand what the onboarding process even looks like, you need to understand 3 fundamental aspects of your users. 1 is to understand their goals. 2 is to actually understand the tools that you can utilize to track those goals. And finally, to communicate. Now, when we build software for our clients, we always take into consideration the customer success aspect. Because the number 1 thing you want to make sure is that your customers at the end of the day, when they buy your product, are incredibly happy with your product. And the only way they can do that is to understand what it is they're trying to achieve when they come to you. So number 1, understanding the goal. When you're looking at a buyer's journey from the sales perspective, it's the same thing when you're looking at it from a customer success perspective. You have to be able to tell me exactly what it is that your clients are signing up for and what it is they're trying to achieve at the end of the day. By creating that journey map for your customer success team, you're able to create a generic workflow for your team to be able to follow and to make sure that they execute correctly on. Remember, at the end of the day, your customers only know what they know. So make sure you create empathy around the customer success team so that they know that your customers do not know as much as you do. So make sure you focus on their goals and give them that journey that they desire. After you've perfected your customer journey, you then want to develop the tools or put in place the tools to be able to help you manage those goals. There are 2 folds to tools. There is the aspect of helping the user understand and how to use specific features, and then there's the tools for your metrics. Without the metrics, you won't be able to track the success you are having in managing your customers' goals. On the other side, without the tools such as knowledge base or messaging or forum, it's hard for your users to be able to understand how to apply the product that they've bought. So that's why it becomes critical for documentation for the knowledge base on as simple as how to sign in. You would be surprised how many people have a hard time signing in to every single application. I would say at Corridor, most of our problems comes from people not knowing how to sign up. By using the tools as well, you want to be able to set SMART goals. Those SMART goals comes from the previous action of creating the goals for your customers, but also utilizing the tools to be able to track their progress throughout the time of using your product. So creating a journey map and creating the tools to track that journey map are an essential part of any software development. So make sure that you always consider that when you're building and designing your product. Which leads me to the next point, communication. Communication is critical in every role. It's especially important in customer success because if you don't over-communicate, you're making assumptions, and assumptions lead to bad judgment. We always want to communicate with our clients to just make sure that, yes, they are truly understanding and that we are understanding their journey through the entire process, because journeys do change, and we won't know that unless we communicate. So let's recap. 1, you want to set your customers' goals and understand their process and their journey. That becomes really critical when you're trying to design your product. Secondly, build the tools both on the metric side and on your customer side so that they have the documentation, they have the ability to be able to understand how to utilize your product best. And thirdly, over-communicate. Don't ever let up on the communication. It becomes really critical to understand your customers by just simply talking to them. Do not make the assumptions, because the assumptions is what leads to bad judgment. Remember, software is ever changing, and so learning is a critical aspect of being a great SaaS product. I would love to hear your comments down below. Let us know if this tutorial has helped you in any way. Like, comment, share, and we'll see you next time. Corridor out.